Hi, we're Joost and Miriam, currently traveling through the Ha Giang loop in Vietnam. Make sure to check out our first video of the Ha Giang loop because we are continuing the story here.
Good morning everyone, we're staying the night here at Chuk Bungalow.
We went on a little walk through the village last night and as far as we could tell they were all homestays. Our guide told us that the government really tries to promote tourism. Anyone who wanted could get a interest-free loan to switch over from farming to building these homestays. So that's why you'll see a lot of homestays that are not that old around this area. Pancake breakfast.
Yeah.
And we're about to depart from Chuk Bungalow for our next destination.
As we drove further north, the landscapes that passed by kept on changing and we had some really nice views along the way. We arrived at our first stop, which is a small linen factory run by women.
We just learned how they turn hemp fibers into clothing. First they boil the hemp and then it's weaved into cloth and then it's dyed with a natural dye and then they paint on it with beeswax.
Người ở đây chứ đi du lịch à? Khách ở đâu? Mọi người ở đâu?
Bọn em đứng đi chơi với
Ok, slowly, ok, good. It's just a gift from her mother.
Bạn ấy sẽ sống khỏe.
It's like a lucky gift.
Yeah,
It's so
you're
nice.
gonna live long.
Yeah. I got
105.
105.
You want to take a look?
Rồi, mẹ uống bây giờ.
It's so great to get an insight of their daily lives and see the amount of effort they put into their creations. Anyway, break time's over and it's time to drive into the heart of the mountains of the Ha Giang area. We got all the way up from over there and now the car needs a bit of a rest because the engine is heating up. So we're enjoying the view here, but it's pretty clouded and a little bit rainy today, unfortunately. Still, it's such a great journey. We're getting higher up, so the trees are starting to change again. And I can feel my ears pop. had to take another route because there was an accident up ahead, and this one is a little bit more bumpy. And they're still working on it. We arrived at the palace of the king of the Hmong,
who was a local warlord during the French occupation, and he became rich from the opium trade.
This century-old palace, entirely built by hand, rests at the bottom of a valley, surrounded by mountains that naturally shielded it from the fierce wars of the past. In my opinion, the most beautiful features are the carvings in the wood and the roof tiles. Inside, you can still find some old furniture to admire, and it's fascinating to explore the building's unique layout. We're heading for lunch now. We had a Vietnamese style lunch again, with some veggies, meat and one of my favorites, the omelette. We hopped on the van again for the last stretch of our tour through one of the most beautiful passes of the Ha Giang area, Ma Pi Leng. Driving by yourself and don't know your way around, keep in mind that after the rainy season, roads like this tend to be in a bad shape. Our guide told us they have to rebuild parts of it every year due to landslides. So if you're not completely comfortable on your bike or with a rented van, we wouldn't recommend going down this pass towards the river. We're taking a 45-minute boat ride at the moment in this beautiful canyon. The boat ride was the last stop of the day, so we're now heading back towards our hotel.
We've arrived at our next hotel. It's a bit different from the previous one. This is the biggest hotel in the village. Oh, it's nice, it's nice.
Super spacious.
Big bed, nice bathroom. I like the golden curtains.
Not why.
It's my style.
We're already on the last day of our Ha Giang Loop adventure, and today it's a Sunday, which means there's a market. It's really busy. We've been told that because The market was also the place where people would meet. Tradition is to put on your finest costumes, so of course we did as well.
It's a really cool market. They've got all sorts of fruits and vegetables and noodles, but also shoes and clothing and candies. And there's supposedly a livestock market as well, where you can buy chicken or cows.
Well, that was certainly something to see. So many sights and smells.
Also, it's really, really crowded for a Sunday morning. It's pretty early still, like 8:30.
This was the last stop of our Ha Giang experience, and thus we got onto the bus once more to head back to Hanoi.
As we make our way back to Hanoi, the mountains quickly gave way to gentler rolling hills. We spent our time on this 8-hour drive listening to music or napping or just staring out the window.
We're checking back into the room and it appears we're getting an upgrade. Let's see what it is. So we'll be staying at this hotel on 3 separate locations. Before we went on the Ha Giang loop. Now we're staying here again for 2 nights, I believe. And then when one night right now. And then after we return from the south of Vietnam, we'll stay here again for 2 nights. We've just been given an upgraded room, and Miriam's very happy about it.
This is a super big room with a nice seating area, and over there's the bedroom. It's so nice, super great.
That's a nice
You
room.
can walk around.
Whoa, eh? How did you do that? What's in here? Whoa.
Let me take a look. Whoa. This is amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of air in this one home.
Love this tree. It's perfect.